Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You get a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30.
Yep. Oh, you good.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man on the right. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
To the air, it's Iamaleava.
Oh.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
What?
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot.
Yeah,
the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important. They continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive.
Dealing with it over here by Walmart on University.
On second down, he'll fire. Also close to paying off the
drone.
He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Third down upcoming for the offense after the incomplete pass. He'll just keep slinging it. He makes the catch. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Unloads to the right. It's caught. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. The Vols trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. And it's picked up at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Tackled at the 25.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit. Think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket. This guy here reminds me a little bit of that.
Damn it, boy.
Man, if I'm a coach, I'm always trying to isolate a running back and a linebacker.
Let's go. Using his gear system. Let's go. Let's go.
For the linebacker. Great job seeing that ball, going and attacking the running back as soon as he catches it.
You can't stand a chance. We ain't even got a game. Let's go.
From their own
His name lets you know he ain't got a game. Let's go. So let's go, pick 6.
First through the air. Fires to the big fella. At midfield, he's got room.
Man, this is why he's interesting, boy. This shrimp ass nigga. You know?
On the run, it's James.
What's the booyah? What's that booyah?
Defense just
Bust that boy up, yo. You make him quit.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing.
This boy ain't even got a game. You don't even have a system. He's over someone else's house. Let's go.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the
That's the stakes, boy.
Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but
maybe they better than you.
Just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to
let me stop
throw the football, you're going to
start talking.
I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it. Move on. Play the next play.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Volunteers hit it quickly to the line. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's got him, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers.
And he makes the catch inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Got it behind the line. It's Sampson. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to barge in. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And the Vols will send out the punt unit. He will signal for the fair catch after a disastrous punt. This is great news coming up for the offense. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the inside give. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fires to the big fella. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Looking for space, it's James. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Takes a hit as he fires. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, what a cut! Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. And the Volunteers will kick it off to start the second half. Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical, they've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the second half, they've got to get something going.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded painful.
I just threw up a little.
They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. He'll throw on third down. Makes the catch. It's James. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Ducks want to move quickly. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to keep a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! And that one will give them the lead.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the third quarter. Sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trendsetter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
And it's caught, and they have an 8-0 lead. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
It's so difficult when you're running a pass play, but really it becomes a run because he can do that. The quarterback can scramble around. Receivers are running down the field. I got to cover him and run down the field. Now I got to come try to catch this guy who's flying downhill so fast. The angles don't work. He's too athletic. That's why you get a big gain.
Dialing up the 2nd down pass play. Catch in the middle, it's White. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Oregon 15, Tennessee 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll put the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying play action. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Into the end zone, and it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeking if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. Using the back.
Damn, my camera ain't so good, bro.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Got it set up on the outside. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
The #1 goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had 0 impact in this game.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got an open man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Tennessee, 6.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Off-play action on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, that one gets tipped and falls incomplete. That's been the best news on the day for this QB, man. As a former quarterback that's done this before, I can tell you, when you throw 4 picks in a game like this guy has, you never forget it.
They'll run it from the gun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Now the play fake. He'll take a shot. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they trim the lead to 1 here in the 4th. Looks as if they're sending the normal kickoff unit out there, but you have to send the hands team out and try an onside kick at this point. Takes it inside the 25. Chance for great field position. And the returner will be dragged down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. In a tight game like this, it's no time for complacency, David.
Nah, your defense just let you down a little bit. You still got the lead. 4th quarter, Palmer, it's go time.
Yeah, I think we're going to find out a lot about the composure of this offense right here. They've got to be able to answer the bell.
Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Give to the running back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. And there were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.